everyone, welcome back to ESL 103. I just wanted to give you an overview of how our online class is going to work. So the first thing you want to do every Monday or Tuesday is go ahead and go to modules and find the week that we're in. So right now we're in week 9. So you want to go down to week 9. And the first thing you want to do is click on this week 9 overview. I'll always give you instructions for the whole week. So, welcome to our online course. I understand that taking an online course can be a challenge, but if we work together, we can make this work. Please contact me if you have any questions or concerns or need help. I want to do my best to help you become a better reader and writer. So please don't hesitate to contact me if you are confused about anything. So because our class moved to an online format, I had to adjust the calendar because now our in-class activities will be for homework. So you can click here and take a look at our new calendar. So usually on Thursdays, you'll have activities and homework for outliers and also some grammar homework, and then on Saturdays you'll have usually writing or sometimes vocabulary entries or your grammar log due. Okay, so that's how I broke it up. So usually more grammar and reading on Thursday, and then Saturday your longer writing assignments will be due. So it's better to look on Canvas under modules to know exactly what's due. This calendar kind of gives an overview and gives the last date and when your final exam is going to be, so you can keep this for your reference. So the first assignment is due this Tuesday. Every Tuesday by midnight, by 11:59, you need to watch the video, okay, with me talking and explaining what you need to do, okay? And after, write down one question you have in the text below. So this is an assignment, it's worth 1 point. So at the bottom, I'm the teacher, so it looks different, but at the bottom, you'll have kind of like a text box, and you need to write me if you have any questions about what you need to do or the assignments. If you don't have any questions and everything is clear, you can just write, I don't have any questions, and you'll get the point. But this is for me to verify that you have logged onto Canvas and know what to do this week. And also it's a good time to communicate if you have any questions. This Thursday, you'll have a reading quiz for outliers, chapters 2 and 3. So you can have your book open and you can take the quiz multiple times. Some of the questions are multiple choice, and I give you page numbers to help you out. Some other ones will require that you write out an answer. For the questions that ask you to write, please make sure you write in complete sentences. Try to use your own words. Practice paraphrasing instead of copying word for word from the book. This way you can get practice with paraphrasing. So for example, down below, here. In Chapter 2, Gladwell also uses the stories of the Beatles and Bill Gates as evidence to support his argument. Choose one, the Beatles or Bill Gates, and explain the special opportunities that help them get 10,000 hours of practice and ultimately become very successful. So you'll type your answer here in 2 to 4 complete sentences. Okay, so you'll have those type of questions. Also due Thursday is a vocabulary quiz and cultural references, which both are vocabulary activities I would have done in class, so you'll just do it for homework. So for the vocabulary quiz, there were some idioms and expressions like lucky breaks, at stake, off the charts, and I copied where it came from in the book. And what you have to do is match it with the definition. Okay, you can use a dictionary. If you have questions, let me know. Okay. Then for questions 2 through 5, there are some words that have multiple meanings, like grant can mean all of these four things, but in this sentence, which definition is being used? So that's the task that you need to do. And you can take this quiz multiple times until you get them all correct. For cultural references, you will see cultural references and outliers you may not be familiar with if you've not grown up in the United States. And it's helpful to learn how to deal with cultural references when you're reading text inside and outside of the classroom. So you're going to download this PowerPoint. So one of the cultural references was 2001, A Space Odyssey, and this appeared on page 35. So as you're reading, you might think, oh my gosh, what the heck is that? Whereas someone who has lived in the United States has heard of it, and they kind of know what it is, but maybe you don't know. So what you need to do is Google it, look it up, what is it? And you write what it is. So this is a famous science fiction movie made in 1968 by Stanley Kubrick, who's a famous movie maker. And why did Gladwell mention it? I think he wanted to show how in 1971 the new computer center at University of Michigan was very futuristic and ahead of our times. So that's the reason. Another cultural reference was No Date Nerd, and they were talking about Bill Joy. And so a nerd is someone who studies a lot or likes computers. They might be socially awkward and might find it difficult to date. Why did Gladwell mention it? He wanted the reader to get a sense of what Bill Joy was like when he was a teenager. He didn't really go on dates, and he became addicted to computers. So I did a few for you so you can see what these cultural references are, but you're going to do 10 of them for homework, like the Beatles were mentioned. Well, who are the Beatles? Google it, find the information and write it here. And why did Gladwell mention them? Why do you think he mentioned the Beatles? And then if you want, you can put a picture, but you don't have to. But there are 10 of them that you can just write the information here in the PowerPoint, or you can write it on a piece of paper and upload it. It's up to you how you want to do it, but there are 10 cultural references that you need to find information about, do research, okay? Okay, let's go to the next activity. You also have this, it's kind of like I put it on the discussion board, but this should be a very easy activity. Basically, I want you to write down one question you have about chapter 2 or 3 of Outliers. Think of a question. It could be something you didn't understand. So for example, you could write, what was Gladwell saying on page 41? Or what was Gladwell saying in this quote? And then quote it. And, maybe you didn't understand that sentence or didn't understand that page. It could be a reading question. How did the Beatles get lots of practice playing their songs? And we can find the specific answer. Or it could be an opinion question. Do you agree that 10,000 hours of practice is enough to become an expert, and why? So you can pick any type of question, but basically by Thursday you're going to write down one question. It's just 2.5 points. You just reply here and write your question. And then by Saturday you have to read your classmates' questions and choose one classmate and write an answer in 1 to 3 sentences. So this is sort of the purpose of this activity is for me to make sure that you're understanding outliers and we're addressing any concern, like any confusion you have, and just to get for you to initiate the conversation about the book. Okay, that's the goal of that. And then this is your grammar homework for Thursday. You're going to watch this video. I made this video. I know it's not perfect. I'm going to try to get better at making grammar videos, but you're going to watch this video. As you watch, you may want to pause and take notes. I recommend even practicing writing the different sentence types. You can come to a Zoom session during class time so we can practice together and I can answer any questions you have about this grammar. And then after you watch the video, you're just going to take the grammar quiz based on this video. And then for Saturday, you have a discussion post. So this is your writing assignment for the week. you're going to pick a quote from chapters 2 and 3 that you found very interesting, that you thought, wow, I really like this part. Introduce the quote, copy it word for word, and enclose it in quotation marks. So just like we've been learning, we learned to have the author's name and a verb, and then the comma and the quotation mark, and then at the end the page number. So introduce the quote properly, like we've learned to do in MLA format. Then paraphrase it. Explain what the author is saying in your own words. Remember to use synonyms and change the word order. Make sure you provide an in-text citation like this. So then you paraphrase, you explain it in your own words. And then third, write a response. Why did this quote make an impression on you? What is your opinion? How does this connect to your life personally? So I wrote one as an example why I picked this quote, why I thought it was interesting, how it connected to me personally when I was a college student. It made me think about those times, so I wrote about that. And your discussion post needs to be at least 300 words to get full points, and it's due on Saturday. And you need to write a comment on at least 2 of your classmates' posts by Sunday, and that needs to be at least, each one needs to be 30 words. Okay. And then we have the grammar log. Before the coronavirus and classes got canceled, I had shown you how to do the grammar log, where you go to your grades and then find writing assignment number 1 and look at those highlighted sentences. And basically what you need to do is I gave you a blue book. We can't do the blue book since we're taking the class online, but you'll see a text box here, or you can type it on a Word document. There'll be a text here, okay, where you can write your corrected sentences, or you can do it on a Word document and upload it. It's kind of up to you, but just to remind you, you need to, these were the grammar symbols that I used. You need to write the incorrect sentence, explain what the grammar error is, and then correct that sentence. Okay, you can type, if you want, you can even download this document here and type your, there you go, type your sentences here. So download this document and then fix your sentences here. You can delete this first page if you want, and then submit it on Canvas. Okay. Also remember, by Saturday you need to answer one of your classmates' questions on the discussion, on the outliers questions. Okay. Optional, for Saturday you can do the extra credit. You can rewrite essay number 1 for a higher grade. You just need to submit that on Canvas where that assignment was. You can also make up any assignments that you missed. So if you forgot to do some homework, I'm letting you, this is your free pass. You don't need to use a coupon, but the last day is April 4th. And then after, now that our once our online class begins, you will need to use your coupon to turn in late work. Okay, so this only applies to the assignments before classes were canceled. Sunday, remember you need to comment on at least 2 of your classmates' posts on this discussion board. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we're not going to have class. Like, you don't need to come 10:40 to 1:10. But from 11 to 12, every Tuesday, Thursday, I'm going to hold office hours, sort of workshop type of thing. It's optional, but I encourage you to attend there. I can help you with your homework. You can practice your English. And if everybody logs in at 11 o'clock and lots of people are there, you can communicate with each other. And I think it'll be a good way to make this online class funner and more interesting and for you to learn more. So I really encourage you to come at this time. So how do you join Zoom? Basically, all you have to do is click on this link at 11 o'clock and you don't have to make an account. You just click on it and it should take you there. And then you just need to join in with your audio or video, or you can go to zoom.com, or if you have a phone or a tablet, you can download the Zoom app and then just enter this meeting number. So if you have any problems with Zoom, just let me know. You can email me, and I can even give you my phone number. We can talk over the phone and I can walk you through it. If you would like an individual appointment, like this time doesn't work for you, please email me and we can schedule a time that works for both of us. Okay. So I look forward to connecting with all of you. It's been too long since we've had class. Again, don't forget to watch this video and to write a question after you watch it.